hello. Today's Bitchin Books for Business segment is on Worth Doing Wrong by Arnie Malham. Did I say that right? Malham? Malham? I'm from Texas. Sorry, Arnie. Anyway, on page 69, he says, don't make rules for the masses based on the sins of a few. Why? Because rules suck the life out of culture. This is very similar to the very first segment that I did on the great game of business, rule number 2 of like creating a team. It had to do with not punishing 99 people that are doing a great job because of the sins of one person. And I admitted that we kind of do that. We're going to stop because I now have 2 authors telling me why it's bad for business and culture and how it's going to hurt me. If I go to page 61, it's the end of a chapter on embracing top-down core values. Arnie is talking about how he went through the same exercises that we're all told to when it comes to identifying core values, which is like write down the names of the people that are your highest performers that you feel do the best jobs, and then write down all the characteristics that they all show and come up with your list of core values from there. And then Arnie decided that they actually should be his core values. The company's core values should be his core values. And they couldn't think of a good reason why not to do that. So I liked that he is honest about that process not working for him. And there's a little quote at the end of this chapter that I'm going to read. We all believe what we believe for a reason. Ask yourself what you think your core values are. Then ask yourself why. If the stories flow easily, those are your core values. Business is hard. Leading with your core values will make it easier. That is such a simple piece of advice to take. Honestly, it's not hard to figure out your core values. There's lots of exercises that you can find that help you identify your personal core values, but he's making it even simpler than an exercise. He says, what do you think they are? And then if you have a story to explain that, you're probably right. And he's recommending that you just make those the core values of your company, because you're not going to screw up and forget to model them because they're yours. The next chapter is called Generate Unavoidable Culture, Go Big. And a quote I'm going to read is on page 63. The culture you design needs to be planned well enough to be respectful, but dramatic enough to be unavoidable. And he has a couple really cute stories and examples of things that they do. Something that made me lol was that Arnie kind of just recommends ripping pages out of your employee handbook. And I like that idea very much. We don't have a vacation policy here, but we have a policy about our not having a vacation policy, which doesn't make any sense, right? It's take what you need and cover your ass. And you could get in trouble for not doing either of those. You could get in trouble for not taking the time that you need off because it's going to make you less productive and not focused. So I love that. But he has an example of their policies, or, mini policies on like the fact that they are dog friendly and kid friendly. And the rules, the general guidelines around those are the same. Check your dog in at the front desk. Check your child in at the front desk. Keep your dog either on a leash or with you at all times. Keep your child either on a leash or with you at all times. Avoid forcing coworkers to interact with your dog. Avoid forcing coworkers to interact with your child. I love what they're doing there. They also have something called quiet time from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock at CJ Advertising. Everybody's calendar says busy, and it's busy with whatever they need to work on, but definitely no meetings. I love that. We have quiet time every day, but we're kind of responsible for scheduling it. So I like this idea of just a company-wide leave me the F alone. Very, very cool. That's it for this edition on Worth Doing Wrong. Highly recommend you read this. I'm not quite finished. I'm on page 81 right now. I'm probably going to knock this out this week and have probably one more segment on it. So definitely recommend reading it. This book is bitchin'. I cannot wait to talk to Arnie. I got to schedule a little virtual coffee with him, and that just makes me so happy. I feel like it's a big gift when you get to talk to someone who writes a book that really resonates with you. So excited about that, and enjoy the book.